Hare Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivedanta. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, and welcome to this Saturday morning. Yes, Maxime, welcome to the Saturday morning Bhagavad-gītā As It Is, reading and discussion with the Hare Krishna Society Prabhupada Disciples Association group, forum. Yes, it is a group, and we're very proud of this group of devotees, all of you, because you're sincere, you're very serious about your spiritual life, and that is the real use of intelligence, because so many people are confused about the purpose of life. They think it is to make money, yes. And of course, we need to make money to survive. Prabhupada was speaking about that the other day. He referred to it in terms of food. Everyone needs to eat. If you don't eat, then you become desperate. How am I going to survive? So that's a fundamental principle of life, is to survive. And in the material world, if you don't take care of your responsibilities, you will have problems, serious problems. So solution is hearing. Hearing from the bona fide spiritual master and associating with like-minded devotees. You know, it was a problem for many of us to find association. And recently, I was discussing this with some of the new members of our association. And I got the idea to create a book, a small booklet, which will include people that write their pastimes on how they arrived at the classes of the Prabhupada Disciples Association and Hare Krishna Society presentations, how you arrived. And it's very inspiring to hear many of your stories, because prior to that, people were moving from this group to that group and not satisfied, and seeing problems in the people they were associating with, big problems. For example, I'm going to give an example here today with our godbrother, Rupa Goswami Das. Now, and like I said, I've been discussing this with many of you, and we want to present this journey that all of you have been on to end up in this situation with all of us. But anyway, getting back to him, he was a member of ISKCON for 4 years, a full-time member. And he found a lot of contradictions and misinformation in the preaching they were doing. And then he went to ISKCON Bangalore, and he lived there for 2 years. So that's 6 years in these, can I say, institutions? So he was in these institutions, and somehow or other, by some luck, it's a circumstance that Krishna arranges for everybody. He found us, yes. And since then, he has become initiated as a Prabhupada disciple. Perfect. And now he's taken up service for this mission of protecting Prabhupada's legacy with all of us. And now he's very happy. He's very happy. I had the same conversation with Mother Rochisha Devi Dasi, who's one of our, she'll hate this when I say this, one of our star members. Look at her, see? Look at that, Yaśodā, she's putting her head, no. But anyway, and I won't embarrass you, But her journey was like that as well, in a different way. That somehow or other, through a Prakrita, correct? Through a Prakrita, who was a member of our group. He's still with us, but he's no longer in the material world in his particular body. He passed away. He was a great supporter of us, yes. And Yaśodā-nandana Prabhu used to speak to him in Francais. Je parle un peu français, that's about it. But Yaśoda is a bilingual man, and he speaks very perfect French and English. But he often discussed with a Prakrita who appreciated our classes so much, and he came every week. And we've been running these classes for over 3 years. So we have a large catalog of information. Actually, I'm planning to do an audio file books on our classes, transcribed and made available for people to understand the mission, proper mission of Srila Prabhupada through the bona fide disciples, which is the membership that we have. There's a lot of confusion, as you know, in the ISKCON world, so much confusion. Last night I had a chance to see some discussion in LA with Suavas and particular people in a class. I'm not going to go over the details, but the conclusion was confusion like crazy. Very confused people on how to deal with each other and how to explain the philosophy and understand Guru Tattva and the change books and all these topics, because they're not Prabhupada conscious. That's the reason. If you're not connected to the bona fide spiritual master, if you're adulterated by your own personal ambition, you'll be confused. And what this is doing, our group, is clearing the cobs of confusion from the brain of the association of membership that we've created. Yes. And this organization was started in 2002. So it's been going for a long time, but it's evolving now. Another story for you, Yaśodā-nandana Prabhu. Yesterday, I had Lokadristi and her husband Vyasa-san come from New Vrindavan to visit me. And they brought some books, different books that she had in her go-down, and gave them to me, boxes of them. And, a book by Hansaduta on proper kirtan, and some books on from Dear Govinda, a devotee in Florida. She wanted to get rid of them. She couldn't find anybody that wanted them. I didn't know what they were. I haven't looked at them yet, but she was here. She told me stories. I've known this Mataji for 52 years. She corrected me, 52 years. And it was actually our Sankirtan party that I was leading that went up north, and we met her and her husband, Kamsahanta, at the time. Now, Kamsahanta was a very good devotee, and he was very much opposed to the current ISKCON system of elected gurus, not because he was a fault finder. He had experience with so many people all around the world. He went to South Africa, and he was serving there in Zululand. And he had an experience with Indradumna, that Swami, so-called Swami, that was very revealing to him and to Lokadristi. And she told me the story that Indradumna presented himself as some kind of person that went to Zululand and was preaching there. And the fact of the matter was, he never, ever stepped foot on that land, but lied in videos that he had been there. Unbelievable. Both of them were completely Kamsahanta used to travel a lot, and he was in England and in Africa and South Africa and this and that. And he got totally mistreated by the ISKCON people because he did not accept their bogus philosophy. And when you don't accept it, they kick you out. They punish you. They punish you. They destroy your name. They destroy your reputation. They use misinformation. They lie. They cheat. And it's very sad. Now, someone would say, well, I don't know about that. Well, you've never been through it. That's why you don't know. So this ISKCON movement, I compare it to milk touched by urine. The philosophy is there, somewhat, even though it's changed. But when you put in urine and milk, what happens to it? It becomes unusable. You don't drink it. And when you go and associate with people that don't understand the difference between Vani and Vapu, for one, they don't understand about change, how the changing things contaminates everything. And that's what they've done. They've completely changed everything based on mental speculation and mental concoction. Yes, and it's sad because Prabhupada had a glorious movement, but it has been ruined by these people, totally ruined. And someone would say, well, that's so harsh. I had a discussion, Yaśodā-nandana Prabhu, with a devotee from England yesterday. And he was a new bhakta. He's 33 years old. And he finally decided to call me up. I said, okay, good. Call me up. And he started with all kinds of questions. And through the questions, he revealed himself, his confusion, which had come with his association with people in ISKCON. Yes, and the misinformation campaign that has been lodged against us, like he kept referring to us as Ritviks. I said, hold on, please. Do not refer to me as a Ritvik. I'm not. It's a Ritvik system of initiation. He asked me all about the initiation process. I went through the system. I explained our past history with Srila Prabhupada personally, how initiations took place. For example, think about it. I'm in Toronto as a president of the temple. Prabhupada had only come to Toronto twice in the history of our movement. So people were joining the temple. We had a guy, Norm Rankins. He eventually got initiated as Nakadi Das. And actually, what happened, Yaśodā-nandana Prabhu, I met him in Hamilton. I came back to Hamilton periodically on the street and sold him a Bhagavad-gītā. And he knew me as a small-time celebrity musician here in Hamilton. Small time, not big deal. But nonetheless, he read the Gita and eventually he came to the Toronto temple and became a member. Did he ever meet Prabhupada? No. But he met Prabhupada in Vani, in sound vibration. He came to the temple. He decided, I'm going to give up playing the trombone. He was an awesome musician, by the way, everybody. He was very, very good at playing music. It's not a big deal, but it's something. And he became a very good devotee, though. Very, very serious. And I watched him evolve as we went along. Everybody loved him. He followed the morning program very meticulously. He was like that. And he eventually, I recommended him for initiation. To who? To Srila Prabhupada. Had he met Prabhupada? No. All of us had grown this respect for him because we saw his sincerity of purpose, seriousness. And then, so I sent a letter to Prabhupada. He sent back a letter to me and said, okay, I'll accept them as my disciples, but you perform the initiation ceremony as at that time, a practical method for initiating people, because Nakadi had never met Prabhupada, never. So Ritvik system was in effect, that we were initiated. He said, conduct the fire sacrifice. So I conducted the fire sacrifice, gave him his name. The beads came from Srila Prabhupada. I gave them at the ceremony. That's the Ritvik system. And someone criticized me. You were never included in the list, in the letter from Prabhupada on the Ritvik system. It was Romeshwar and Hadsaduda and all. They never made devotees, most of them. They never preached to them. They didn't take care of them and show them how to perform devotional service in a spiritual atmosphere, like a ISKCON temple back then. They didn't do anything. They just showed up. I heard recently, Prabhu, that Gopal Krishna, before his death, he initiated 3,000 people as disciples in one day. 3,000. It's a madness. I'd sooner have 3 good devotees than 3,000 misinformed, misled devotees. Because 3 devotees, Mother Rochisha, Mother Shreya, and Radharani, and Mother Amber, who's becoming initiated. I'll take those devotees over 3,000 of his so-called followers. That's what they are. Simply followers, untrained, uneducated, and not brought to Krishna consciousness by him. This Gopal, he couldn't chant kirtan, not a clue. He could barely speak the philosophy back then. I spent 10 years with him. He used to fall asleep in meetings with important people, where I was trying to promote the movement. He did. This is not fault finding. This is fact finding. He couldn't chant his rounds like Jayapataka couldn't. But they're claiming to be guru. You have to have, Prabhupada was an expert musician. All of you know that, eh? Expert, mridanga player, kartal player, singer. Prabhupada was expert public speaker. He wasn't just some guy that didn't know how to present the philosophy. You heard when I read his Vyas Puja offering the other week from 1936. How good was that, Yaśodā-nandana, how Prabhupada spoke? It was perfection. So devotee develops qualities. They can do things. But these people are imposters. They're fakes, and they're misleading people. And that's a great problem. And when I was speaking to this guy in England, it was sad to see how confused he was. Very sentimental. Sentimentalism won't help you to go back to Godhead. You have to be serious. You have to be surrendered. You have to follow a process. And you need association of senior God brothers and God sisters. By the way, I'm not saying senior by age. You could be a new devotee, and I'm experiencing that personally for all of us because I have that good fortune. You can be a so-called new devotee, but you can be senior. Yes, because of your attitude towards Krishna consciousness. This fellow from England, he asked me, well, how do you arrange this situation? I asked him this question. What is the qualification for someone to be initiated? What is it? Well, you have to be serious about your spiritual life. That's the qualification. And you have to be committed. You, my friend, have to be committed. Because initiation, You initiate yourself. Well, what's that mean, Prabhu? It is you that is developed that eagerness, that desire to understand the truth, and you want to be associated with a pure devotee, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupāda in his Vani incarnation. And you want to take shelter of the association of other like-minded devotees and progress along the path back home, back to Godhead under that system, the Ritvik system. That's the way you do it. You initiate yourself. Now, we have formal initiation. Yes, we do. And you should have, we talked about that, me and him. I said, yes, there is a formal initiation. But if you have no circumstance, he asked me that remote question, you can be initiated by reading Prabhupada's books and accepting what Prabhupada says. But if you're fortunate enough, Maxime, to come in association with devotees like us, yes, then you can go through this system, be recommended, be sponsored by our group, and then you can enter into the initiation process, pass the examinations that Prabhupada gave to Yaśodā. We'll send it out to you. You can chant your rounds for 6 months, follow the regulated principles, attend the classes. By the way, people that come and go, even if they get initiated and then they decide to give up, are they informed? No. They're in the mental platform of speculation and concoction. And they do not understand the value of this program. They don't get it. Now, someone would say, well, that's pretty arrogant of you, Vishva. It's not that. I can see it myself in association with all of you. Rupa Goswami, Rochisha, Mother Shreya, Radharani. And I got some information about Mother Radharani, very interesting, from some of our godbrothers that attend this program. And congratulations to her on her strict adherence to this sadhana program. Krishna consciousness is practical. Easy, simple for the simple, difficult for those who mentally speculate, who have false ego, who are not interested in listening to anybody or anything and minimize our membership. That's a big mistake. Go ahead. You can minimize it. You have a right. But let's see how you do as you progress along in your lone wolf approach to this spiritual life. That's all you are. I stress that to Mother Lokadrasti and her husband Vyasa-san. By the way, Yaśodā, he has, years ago, he registered online the Hare Krishna Society, or a Hare Krishna movement, as a domain name. When Yaśodā told me the name that he had registered, Hare Krishna Society, I thought, that's a good name, Hare Krishna Society. Well, the Hare Krishna movement is also a good name. And he, just with that name, he runs a website. And he has millions of people coming to his programs. Or not programs, but his postings. And I told him it would be good if we could work together. He gave me, because we have books to sell. Here's his card here. Look at this. See? There's his card. And he's been running this for a long time on his own. They live in New Vrindavan, and they have this philosophy similar to ours, but they're banished. They live there, they have their own place, but you do this, you'll run into trouble with these culprits. So these are some thoughts for you today, just before Radhastami. And I saw your post, Yaśodā-nandana Prabhu. Prabhupada was saying how you celebrate it by hearing more during that day. So everything is based on hearing. It's a medicine to solve the problem of confusion, Maxime. Confusion, delusion, bewilderment, illusion. the state of difficulty that we are all in. And we want to get out, but we have to follow the formula. And there's no other way than through good association. That'll liberate us. We're going to go forward here. I'm reading a section from the Krishna book for us. I was wondering what I would say today. I get worried when we prepare for the classes. I get worried. I want to try to be able to capsulize what we're doing and what we're experiencing together for motivation for all of us. But, thank you, Prabhupada and Krishna, for giving us this opportunity. So we're reading from the Lord Krishna Fights with Banasura, Rupa Goswami, just bring it up on the screen. And this is a very interesting explanation of the plight of everyone in the material world by these prayers by Lord Shiva to Lord Krishna to explain this philosophy to us in the summary of the Bhagavatam verses by Srila Prabhupada brilliantly. And it gives us a very deep understanding of this philosophy in a capsule form. Because it is a cloudy day to the common man's eyes, the sun appears to be covered. But the fact is that because the sunshine creates the cloud, even though the whole sky is cloudy, the sun can never actually be covered. Similarly, the less intelligent class of men claims that there is no God. But when the manifestation of different living entities and their activities is visible, enlightened persons see you present in every atom and through the via media of your external and marginal energies. Your unlimited potential activities are experienced by the most enlightened devotees, but those who are bewildered by the spell of your external energy identify themselves with this material world and become attached to 1, society, 2, friendship, 3, and love. Thus they embrace the threefold miseries of material existence and are subjected to the dualities of pain and pleasure. They are sometimes drowned in the ocean of attachment and sometimes taken out of it. My dear Lord, only by your mercy and grace can the living entity get the human form of life, which is a chance to get out of the miserable material condition of material existence. However, a person who possesses a human body but could not bring the senses under control is carried away by the waves of sensual enjoyment. As such, he cannot take shelter of your lotus feet and thus engage in your devotional service. The life of such a person is very unfortunate. And anyone living such a life of darkness is certainly cheating himself and thus cheating others also. We know all about that, Prabhus? The cheaters. Therefore, the human society without Krishna consciousness is a society of cheaters and the cheated. And that's going on with these bogus gurus. My Lord, you are actually the dearmost supersoul of all living entities and the supreme controller of everything. The human being who is always illusioned is afraid of ultimate death. I remember on a lecture, Prabhupada said, oh, people say they're not afraid of death. Prabhupada said, he's a crazy man. A man who is simply attached to sensual enjoyment, voluntarily accepts the miserable material existence and thus wanders after the will-o'-the-wisp of sense pleasure. What wonderful English. He is certainly the most foolish man, for he drinks poison. And he puts aside the nectar. It's like people that don't want to come to the class. I'm busy. My dear Lord, all the demigods, including myself and Lord Brahma, as well as great saintly persons and sages who have cleansed their hearts of this material attachment, have, by your grace, wholeheartedly taken shelter of your lotus feet. We have all taken shelter of you because we have accepted you as the Supreme Lord and the dearmost life and soul of all of us. Just like all of us accept Prabhupada as the bona fide Guru and our spiritual master. You are the original cause of this cosmic manifestation. And Prabhupada, you are the original cause of this ISKCON movement. You are its supreme maintainer, and you are the cause of its dissolution also. You are equal to everyone, the most peaceful, supreme friend of every living entity. You are the supreme, worshipable object for every one of us. My dear Lord, let us always be engaged in your transcendental loving service, so that we may get free from this material entanglement. Lastly, my Lord, I may inform you that this Manusura is very dear to me. He has rendered very valuable service unto me. Therefore, I want to see him always happy. Being pleased with him, I have given him the assurance of safety. I pray to you, my Lord, that as you were pleased upon his forefathers, King Prahlad and Bali Maharaj, you will also be pleased with him. So that concludes this reading. Lots to think about, Prabhus. This is a dynamic process. The philosophy is real. And if we apply it in our lives, we'll feel the peace and tranquility of human form of life on a journey back home. Back to Godhead. Let's go forward with our next section, which is the Prabhupada lecture. So please, let's roll that and pay special attention to every word that this Acharya speaks. Hari Bol. All glories to Prabhupada. Hari Bol.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam. So their conferences, their United Nations, their scientific advancement, their educational system, philosophy, and so on, everything is meant for how to become happy in this material world. Griha-vardhana. The aim is how to become happy here, and that is not possible. These rascals, they cannot understand. If you want to become happy, then you must come to Krishna. Mam upeta kaunteya dukkhalayam asāsatam nāpnuvanti. Krishna says, if somebody comes to me, then he does not again get this place which is full of miseries. Dukkhalayam. This material world is explained by Krishna as dukkhalayam. Alayam means place, and dukkha means distress. Everything is distressful here. But fools being illusioned, covered by the illusory maya, that distress he accepts as happiness. That is maya. It is not at all happiness. A man is working whole day and night, and because he is getting some paper where it is written, we trust in God, take this paper, $100. I cheat you. Is it not? We trust in God. I promise to pay you. Take this paper now. Not even 1 cent worth. It is written there, $100. So I think I am very happy. Now I have got these papers. That's all. Cheaters and cheated. This is going on. So we should not be disturbed by the happiness and distress of this material world. That should be our aim. Our aim should be how to execute Krishna consciousness. How to execute. And Ma Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given very simple formula. Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam. Kalo nasti vanasti vanasti bhagati jannatha. In this age, Kali, you cannot execute any severe austerity or penance. Simply chant Hare Krishna. That also we are not able to do. You see, how unfortunate we are. So this is the position of the Kali Yuga. Mandas manda matayo manda bhagya jubadrita. They are very rascals, manda. Manda means very bad. Manda. And sumanda matayo. And if they want to improve something, they will accept some rascal Guruji Maharaj. Mandas manda matayo. And some party which has no bona fide contribution, they will accept it. Oh, it is very nice. So first of all, they are all bad, and if they accept something, that will also be very bad. Why? Unfortunate. Mandas manda matayo, manda bhagya. Manda bhagya means unfortunate. And above that, upadrita, always disturbed by taxes, no rains, no sufficient food, so many things. This is the position of Kali Yuga. Therefore Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, not it is in the Vedic literature, that you cannot do the yoga practice, meditation, or offering big sacrifices, or construct big temples for worshipping the deity. It is very difficult nowadays. Simply chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. And gradually you will realize how to become immortal. Thank you very much.
Amazing explanation, concisely spoken by Prabhupada in just a few minutes. If you simply chant the holy name, your life will be successful. If you want to be happy, Prabhupada said, you have to take shelter of Krishna. And for us, take shelter of the words of the pure devotee, His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupāda, without any compromise. And you'll be happy. And you'll go back home, back to Godhead, by following His instructions without any change. So thank you very much. We'll move forward with our next section of the program, which is the chanting of Jaya Radha Madhava, led by Srila Prabhupada. It's very inspirational, because this is exactly, if you went to the Mayapur festival, this is exactly what you saw when you sat down on the floor and saw Srila Prabhupada on the Vyasa-san chanting this bhajan. We're taking you back in time. Haribol.
Side. Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari Jaya Radha Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Yaśodā-nandana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Punya Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Jana Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Gopi Sadasamad Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupāda ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Prem se kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda ki jai. Sri Sri Radha Krishna Gaur Gopinath Sam Kund Radha Kund Giridhar ki jai. Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Navadvip Dham ki jai. Swami Bhaktivinoda ki jai. गंगा माई की जय, जमुना माई की जय, तुलसी देवी की जय, भक्ति देवी की जय, स्वामी तो भक्तवृंद की जय. All glories to the assembled Lord. All glories to the assembled Lord. Thank you very much.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. O my Lord, Sri Krishna, the son of Vasudeva, the all-pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. From Srimad Bhagavatam 1:1:1. Narayanam namaskritya naram cheva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam mudirayet. One should utter the means of conquest, Srimad Bhagavatam, after offering respectful obeisances, 1, to the personality of Godhead Narayana, 2, to the Narayana Rishi, who is the supermost human being, 3, to the Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning, then 4, to Srila Vyasadeva, the author, from Srimad Bhagavatam 1-4. Thanks everybody for assembling for this auspicious reading and discussion on Srimad Bhagavad-gītā. As we do every week, we will be reading from the original 1972 non-adulterated, non-polluted, non-edited version, the Macmillan version of Bhagavad-gītā, and all synonyms, translations, and purports are from His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupāda, Founder-Ācārya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, also known as the Krishna Consciousness Movement. As we do every week, we will read a few selected verses which were personally chosen by Srila Prabhupada himself in 1966 in New York when he started his preaching from the Bhagavad-gītā. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuran Militam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkest ignorance, and my spiritual master opened my eyes with the torch of knowledge. I offer my respectful obeisances unto him. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Svapadantikam. When will Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada, who has established within this material world the mission to fulfill the desire of Lord Chaitanya, give me shelter under his lotus feet? Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagra Jatam Sahaguna Gunatan Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvetam Sabadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahaguna Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamscha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of my spiritual master and unto the feet of all Vaishnavas. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of Srila Rupa Goswami, along with his elder brother Sanatana Goswami, as well as Raghunath Dasa and Raghunatha Bhatta, Gopala Bhatta, and Srila Jiva Goswami. I offer my respectful obeisances to Lord Krishna Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, along with Advaita Acharya, Gadada, Srivas, and other associates. I offer my respectful obeisances to Srimati Radharani and Sri Krishna, along with their associates Sri Lalita and Vishaka. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Oh, my dear Krishna, you are the friend of the distressed and the source of creation. You are the master of the gopis and the lover of Radharani. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Tapta Kanchana Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. I offer my respects to Radharani, whose bodily complexion is like molten gold, and who is the queen of Vrindavana. You are the daughter of King Vrishabhanu, and you are very dear to Lord Krishna. Vanchakalpa tarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. I offer my respectful obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord who can fulfill the desires of everyone, just like desire trees, and who are full of compassion for the fallen souls. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. We will proceed with our reading. We are reading from the Bhagavad-gītā, chapter 13, text number 30. Prakritye vakshakarmani kriyamanani sarvashaha yah pashyati tatatmanam akartaram na pashyati. Prakritya, material nature. Eva, certainly. Cha, also. Karmani, activities. Kriyamanani, engage in performing. Sarvashaha, in all respects. Ya, anyone who. Pashyati, sees. Tata, also. Atmanam, himself. Akartaram, non-doer. Sa, he. Pashyati, sees perfectly. Translation. One who can see, translation by Srila Prabhupada. One who can see that all activities are performed by the body, which is created of material nature, and sees that the self does nothing, actually sees. Purport. This body is made by material nature under the direction of the Supersoul, and whatever activities are going on in respect to one's body are not his doing. Whatever one is supposed to do, either for happiness or for distress, one is forced to do because of the bodily constitution. The self, however, is outside all these bodily activities. This body is given according to one's past desires. To fulfill desires, one is given the body with which he acts accordingly. Practically speaking, the body is a machine designed by the Supreme Lord to fulfill desires. Because of desires, one is put into difficult circumstances to suffer or to enjoy. This transcendental vision of the living entity, when developed, makes one separate from bodily activities. One who has such a vision is an actual seer. Yada bhuta pritag bhavam ekastam anupashyati tata eva chavistaram brahma sampadyate tada. Yada, when, bhuta, living entities, pritag bhavam, separated entities, ekastam, situated in one, anupashyati, tries to see through authority, tata eva, thereafter, cha, also, vistaram, expanded, Brahma, the Absolute, Sampadyate, attains, tada, at that time. Translation: when a sensible man ceases to see different identities, which are due to different material bodies, he attains to the Brahman conception. Thus he sees that beings are expended everywhere. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. When one can see that the various bodies of living entities arise due to the different desires of the individual soul and do not actually belong to the soul itself, one actually sees. In the material conception of life, we find someone a demigod, someone a human being, a dog, a cat, etc. This is material vision, not actual vision. This material differentiation is due to a material conception of life. After the destruction of the material body, this spirit soul is one. The spirit soul, due to contact with material nature, gets different types of bodies. When one can see this, he attains spiritual vision. Thus, being freed from differentiations like man, animal, big, low, etc., one becomes beautified in his consciousness and able to develop Krishna consciousness in his spiritual identity. How he then sees things will be explained in the next verse. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Bhakti Siddhanta Shishyaya Bhaktivedanta Namine Prasannaya Prashantaya Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Bhagavad-vandana Kadyam Guru Vandana Purvakam Kshiram Sharkara Yuktam Kadatehi Visheshatah Adadana Srinam Danter Idam Yachi Punaha Punaha Srimad Rupa Padam Bhoja Dhulishyam Janma Janmani Amsho Bhagavatusmyaham Sadadasu asmi sarvata tat kripa pikshako nityam tat preshta sadkaromi svam. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. There are some very important basic fundamental points to understand from these two verses. Srila Prabhupada, from the very beginning of his preaching in New York in 1965, well, he was preaching before that, but preaching in America, in the USA, in early 1966. Prabhupada stressed one point from the beginning till the end in 1977. You are not the body, you are an eternal servant of Krishna. This is explained in hundreds and thousands of different ways, in different lectures, in different conversations, in the purports in his books and his letters, to make people understand you are an eternal spirit soul, Aham Brahmasmi. And the current body is the result of past activities. Karanam gunasangasya sadasad yoni janmashu. Now, this is a very important verse which explains in the Bhagavad-gītā why we see so many different situations both in human society and other animal society, bird society, plant society. What is the reason why we see so many different varieties, especially in human society? Look all around you. Wherever you are, you will see some people, they are very beautiful. Some women are very beautiful. Some men are very handsome. Some people, not so much, middle. Some people, ugly. When you look at level of intelligence, some people are intelligent, like geniuses. Some people not so intelligent, like my lowly self. And then you have other people that are dumb, right, stupid. Why so many different varieties? Some people have amazing, good situation to start with. They were born in a rich family, in a very good country. Some people, not so good situation. So why these different varieties? Because karanam, this is called karanam in Sanskrit, means cause. Guna sangha, because of association with the modes of material nature, the mode of goodness, the mode of passion, and the mode of ignorance. Oh, very nice. Thank you, Rupa Goswami Prabhu. Purushaha prakritisto hi bhunkte prakritijan gunan karanam gunasangasya sadasad yoni janmasu. Let's put it up. The living entity in material nature thus follows the ways of life, enjoying the three modes of nature. This is due to his association with that material nature. Thus, he meets with good and evil amongst various species. This verse is very important for an understanding of how the living entities transmigrate from one body to another. It is explained in the second chapter that the living entity is transmigrating from one body to another, just as one changes dress. This change of dress is due to his attachment to material existence. As long as he is captivated by this false manifestation, he has to continue transmigrating from one body to another. Due to his desire to lord it over material nature, he is put into such undesirable circumstances. Under the influence of material desire, the entity is born sometimes as a demigod, sometimes as a man, sometimes as a beast, as a bird, as a worm, as an aquatic, as a saintly man, as a bug. This is going on. And in all cases, the living entity thinks himself to be the master of his circumstances, yet he is under the influence of material energy. Now, we do know from Bhagavad-gītā in chapter 2 and other places, for example, in chapter 5 of Bhagavad-gītā, the same basic fundamental premises, chapter 5, text 18, Bhagavad-gītā, chapter 5, text 18, Vidya vinaya sampanne brahmane gavyastini sunicheva swapakecha pandita samadarshinaha. The humble sage, by virtue of true knowledge, sees with equal vision a learned and gentle brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog-eater, outcast. Purport. Let's see the purport. Further up. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada explains, a Krishna conscious person does not make any distinction between species or caste. The Brahmana and the outcast may be different from the social point of view, or a dog, a cow, or an elephant may be different from the point of view of species. But these differences of body are meaningless from the viewpoint of a learned transcendentalist. This is due to their relationship to the Supreme. For the Supreme Lord, by his plenary portion as Paramatma, is present in everyone's heart. Such an understanding of the Supreme is real knowledge. As far as the bodies are concerned in different castes or different species of life, the Lord is equally kind to everyone because he treats every living entity, every living being as a friend, yet maintains himself as Paramatma regardless of the circumstances of the living entities. Now, this is very important, because we see in human society, there are so many different upadis. Upadis means designations. And Vishwakarma Prabhu was touching upon this topic in his brief monologue. Prabhupada used to explain, Sarvopadi vinirmuktam tat paradvena nirmalam, Rishikesha, Rishikesha, Bhaktiruchyate. When one is completely free from all these artificial bodily designations, one can engage the senses in the service of the Supreme Lord of the senses, Rishikesha. Now, this is very important because people are under the illusion that I am this body, I am a man, I'm a woman, I'm a Christian, I'm a Hindu, I'm a Muslim, I'm a Jew, I'm a Buddhist, I'm rich, I'm poor, I'm fat, I'm thin. These are all designations under the influence of Maya, illusion. Maya means ma, not ya, this, not this. What are you? You're an eternal living spirit soul. This is called Atma Tattva, Jiva Tattva, to understand the position of the individual soul and the relationship with the Param Atma, with the Supreme Soul. This is what yoga is all about. The Bhagavad-gītā mentions different kinds of yoga. Of course, in the Western countries, they confuse yoga as some kind of bodily gymnastics. You probably would have better result by getting a personal physical trainer or an expert in physical training than some of these so-called yoga classes. But the purpose of yoga is to establish that connection between the individual soul and the Supreme Soul. And in this age, how is that done? This has been advised by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In previous age, it was done very differently. Kritayat dhyayatu Vishnum. In the age of Satya Yuga, it used to be done by meditation. Tretayam yajatu makai, in Treta Yuga, by big elaborate big fire sacrifices. Dwapare paricharyayan, in the Dwapara Yuga, prior to Kali Yuga, it was done to very elaborate deity worship, very elaborate. In South India, they have some deities that are practically from the previous Yuga. Balaji in South India and Tirupati, Tirumalai. They have a deity of Parthasarathi in Chennai, Madras. I was told by one Brahmin that deity was from the Dwapara Yuga. So in that age, very elaborate deity worship. But what about this age? In this age, this is Harinama. Kritayat dhyayatu Vishnum tretayam yajatu makai dwapare pare charyayan kalau. In this age, Tadhari Kirtanat, by the Kirtan of Lord Hari. And what will be the result? Yadapnoti tadapnoti kalau samtirtya keshavam. By engaging in this chanting of the name of Lord Hari, the name Krishna, all the result that was obtained by big, long meditation, big sacrifices, can be obtained by this chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is the ultimate yoga, mantra yoga, leading to bhakti yoga. Thank you very much. Back to you in the studio. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
I just got to get my audio on. Sorry. I shut it off when you're speaking so I don't interrupt. Connect the dots. That's the point. We've gone through different sections of today's program, but the comments from Prabhupada, from Yaśodā-nandana, from our program, they're all the same. The cheaters, the cheated, illusion, Maya, that which is not. When you put this all together, you get the answer to all your questions in one class. Is it confusing? No, it isn't. It's very clear. But there is confusion in this world. And this is due to living entities that create this chaos. Chaos is going on in the political realm. It's chaotic these days. Totally chaotic. The competition in America and Canada, I don't know about other countries, but here there's competition between the Democrats and the Republicans. Oh yeah. Not only competition, they hate each other. Up here in Canada, we have the Liberals and the Conservatives. And the Liberals, they present a woke philosophy. Just recently, Yaśodā-nandana Prabhu. There was a man 3 days ago, well, I don't know, man, she, maybe a she, man, I'm not sure, she, man, or man, she, who went to a church in Minnesota. He was 23 years old. He used to be Robert, now he's Robin, and he had 3 weapons with him, and he blasted through the windows and killed 2 children and injured 17 people in what they call a domestic terrorist act. What is that? Why is that? Because people are lost in the Kali Yuga. They have no God consciousness, none. I was looking up statistics recently, Prabhu, of how much animal slaughter goes on this planet. It's mind-boggling. It really is. How many animals are killed daily for so-called food? And it's billions. Billions and billions of animals being killed. Oceans of blood. And yet people have no idea of the karmic impact that it has on people's lives. And this idiot who thinks he's Robert, now become Robin, and now is dead, but was a murderer of innocent children, thinks that he is sane. No, totally insane. This world is a sane asylum. If you think anything else, you're wrong, because we're not the body. We're the spirit soul. We're eternal servants of God. This body, recently people, and thank you everyone for your concern with my eye. I know, I didn't realize everybody could see that my eye was disturbed. Well, I have some kind of growth there. And I'm putting on some ointment from our godbrother Jiddarati, who's a friend of ours. And so now it's gradually going away. I'm going to do it again. But what is the body? It is a bag of blood, pus, stool, and urine. It is not the person. The person is the consciousness within the body, the spirit soul. And we have a responsibility, and Prabhupada mentioned it earlier, Yaśodā, the human form of life is a gift. It's a very valuable gift, much different than the animal who's simply busy eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. And that is called sophisticated, Prabhupada calls it the sophisticated dog and cat mentality. That's all it is. We forget we're not the body. And that's why there's this constant repetition of the truth. And that's why every week we're going over it and over. Are we self-realized? Well, someone may be. But most of us, I can't really know, are working on becoming spiritually aware by constant hearing. Like tomorrow, we're going to have the Radhastami program. And Prabhupada recommended, what you do is hear about Srimati Radharani on this occasion and become enlightened on the transcendental nature of the relationship between Radha and Krishna. Not Sahajiyism, not Gopi Bhava, Jugala Priti Sahajiyism. Oh, I'm a knower of Radharani. Yeah, sure you are. Someone said that to me yesterday. Oh, I go to the deity. I like to go and see the deities. Well, do you know what the deity is? Do you understand Archa Vigraha? Are you fully educated in this process? Are you advanced with transcendental vision? You might be, but most people aren't. They're sentimentalists. The basic principle Prabhupada stressed here this morning is you chant Hare Krishna. This is 16 rounds minimum a day. And you practice and listen to the holy name. And we've introduced this in our program, and I hope all of you enjoy it at the beginning of the program. And by the way, Mother Shreya, thank you so much for that beautiful japa section slides at the beginning of the show. You see how we're working together to increase our service to our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, in a hope that that Krishna will recognize our efforts. Oh, yes. Don't try to see Krishna, but act in such a way that Krishna will see you. That's the rule. Like our Srimad Bhagavatams that Prabhupada wrote and brought to America. I can still see that, Yaśodā, that section of the diaries where Prabhupada describes he's in the boat looking out the window and he sees the trunks coming off the storage area onto the land. Wow. What a pastime. That of all things is probably the most significant thing in the pastime, was him bringing the books. He didn't bring anything. He brought some chip rice in a bag to eat. He wasn't carrying material objects and things. He brought books, the Srimad Bhagavatam that he himself personally created for the whole human society. And we have them. Yes, we do. Sorry for going off screen here for a minute. I got stacks of books here. Just see them. And I talked to so many different devotees. They love them. They love them. We just shipped 4 sets to India. And I'm going to organize another 6 sets for India. That's not very many, but it's better than nothing. And we have about 1,600 sets for distribution. This was the diamonds, the gold that Prabhupada brought with him in his trunks. And here, we're very blessed, all of us. Like people say, well, what do you guys do what have you done practically at the Hare Krishna Society, Prabhupada Disciples Association? Well, we humbly, hey Krishna Kata, work together as a team to have these printed, shipped over here, and now we're working collectively to distribute them. That's our group. Of all things, this is probably, oh, look at these books coming up and all the members so excited. Practically speaking, this is real service to Srila Prabhupada for you to engage in helping each other, all of us, to be part of this effort. We still have 1,600 sets to distribute. And our goal is to get them to the nice people, the serious people that will read them. Get them, that's one thing. Put them in your house, okay, you get a blessing. But read them, understand them, and take up this mission and become part of our weekly sadhana program. That's what you should do. That will guarantee you enlightenment and advancement in spiritual life. Just simply to sit around and think about how you can make money, or how you can take care of your family problems, how you can eat a sumptuous food, how you can do all these things without this service won't produce very much result. There's some duty, okay, we all have duty, but the first duty is to please the spiritual master. And in this way, you'll become enlightened and happy in this human form of life. And we're going to move to the next section of our program, which is And I've got a little treat after this too, after Yaśodā speaks. I'll introduce it. I have a treat for you. But we're going to go to our Living Guru section, Rupa Goswami, and we'll have Yaśodā read from this very interesting explanation of how Prabhupada is living in sound with us. Hare Krishna. Go ahead, Yaśodā. Yaśoda's sound, Rupa Goswami, is it on? Please.
Okay.
Yaśodā, okay, there you go.
Page number 7. Not page number 9. Look at page number 7. It's okay. Let's read from this section. 1.7. It seems clear that the only person who fits the strict definition of eternal preceptor guru or Mahabhagavata is Srila Prabhupada, right? Answer. Some of Srila Prabhupada's followers have not agreed. Shortly after Srila Prabhupada departed in November 1977, members of the governing body commission, GBC, started spreading the idea that Srila Prabhupada was no longer actually a living guru, and that before disappearing, he had expressly appointed some of the GBC men as its successors or living gurus. Tape appoints officiating priests, Ritviks. The new living gurus also brought forward a tape wherein Srila Prabhupada allegedly ordained them as his successors. Yet on the actual tape, when asked about initiations, when you are no longer with us, Srila Prabhupada stated, I shall recommend some of you to act as officiating gurus or acharya. And when asked whether his reply meant Ritvik acharya or ritual priest, Srila Prabhupada answered yes. Next page, please. Tape not circulated. So for would-be eternal gurus, the so-called appointment tape was really a disappointment. But perhaps because the tape was mostly heard about and not factually available to be actually heard, the appointment claim survived. Letter confirming Prabhupada's arrangement, officiating representative. Srila Prabhupada also confirmed his intention to select some of his students as officiating representative. In a letter signed by him dated 9th July 1977, he clearly set the guidelines for the representatives. Quote, after considering the recommendation, these representatives may accept the devotee as an initiated disciple of Srila Prabhupada by giving a spiritual name, or in the case of Sevagan initiation, by chanting on the Gayatri thread, just as Srila Prabhupada has done. The newly initiated devotees are disciples of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupāda, the above 11 senior devotees acting as his representatives. Reconfirmation of the officiating priest nomination. In a conversation with his secretary, Srila Prabhupada confirmed his intent, continue to be a Ritvik officiating priest and act on my charge, Prabhupada's charge. Conversation 19th of July, 1977. Is it clear? Srila Prabhupada, as a Trikalagnya or perfectly realized yogi with knowledge of past, present, and future, knew that some of his disciples would still not clearly understand his intent for them to function as deputies and officiating acharyas. As such, in a not too well-known conversation hidden by some GBC from the rest of the devotees, until official publication, a nominal 1,000 copy release in 1990, with some of his leading disciples 1 month before his departure, he clearly uses the word deputy 5 times in one conversation with regards to initiation after his physical demise. I have deputed some of his disciples to initiate. Is it clear? Guru appointments condemned. Moreover, Srila Prabhupada had often expressed profound disapproval of guru appointments, as for instance in a lecture on Chaitanya Charitamrita on 19th of April 1967. In our mission, my spiritual master never designated anybody as Acharya. We can go on with the next section of the program. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Very enlightening. Very revealing, actually. Thank you very much for that. It's interesting, I'm having a debate with a fellow Yaśodā-nandana from the Philippines. And he is a former or current disciple, so-called follower of Tamal Krishna. And he's been like this for a long time. And he propagates that our sampradaya is a sampradaya of many gurus, multiple gurus. And in this way, he justifies that there should be 150, 175 gurus in ISKCON, Uttama-ācāryas. So, you know, I asked him, I was saying to him, I asked him this question. By the way, he didn't give the answer. This is the question. How many gurus are in Christianity? How many? Hundreds? Do you even think about the apostles? Do you? No. Peter, Paul, all these apostles. You don't think about them. You may in Catholicism get some information of them. They don't mention them really. They're in the Bible. But there's only one Jesus Christ. But they think, oh, Prabhupada, he can't be the head of the ISKCON movement. We need all of these vapu, mundane people pretending, posturing, and posing as gurus to initiate people as disciples. They're so confused. Prabhupada's living in sound, very much so, and the details of his adventures, his publications are vast. In fact, you could spend your whole life studying them, your whole life. And this is the point. We're going to go to another treat here. But I wanted to say this, Yaśodā-nandana. Where is their longevity in this sampradaya? If Jesus Christ is remembered for his preaching 2,000 years ago, and he is still recognized as the Acharya of Christianity, where is Bhakti Charu and Niranjan and Radhanath? Where will they be remembered in 300 or 400 years from now? Zero. Oh yeah, they might be remembered as the deviants that misled thousands of people away from the disciplic succession. This will be unfortunate for them, but they can't see it. No, they don't. They don't see anything. There is no longevity in their preaching work, and they'll soon be forgotten. But if you become a Prabhupada disciple, and I've asked everyone to do this, I mentioned to a few people yesterday, our business is to have you, all of you who are taking initiation as Prabhupada disciples, to keep this legacy going even when we're gone. Yes, because time and tide wait for no man. And this is reality. We're fortunate that we have this opportunity to gather like we do week after week, but it's not guaranteed forever. Although some people would like to think, well, it's a mental state of mind. No, it's not. There's a physical reality to the time factor. Eventually, you go. Whether it's 100 years, 200 years, or if you think you can live longer, 300 years or whatever, if you want, you still got to go. But the mission will carry on with the people that we take in and continue to explain, and they can explain and explain, and this philosophy will carry on. We're going to go to an interesting section, Yaśodā-nandana Prabhu, because I had a message from our god sister, Shreya Devi Dasi, on my chats, and you can chat with me if you want. I'll try to answer during the classes, but she, Mother Shreya, maybe you could introduce your son to us, because he said he wanted to speak into the program, Yaśodā-nandana Prabhu, and he's 10 years old. Go ahead. Mother Shreya Devi Dasi, please.
Hare Krishna. Please
Haribol.
accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I would like to introduce my son, Namah Shivaya.
Yes.
He is 10 years old, and for the past 3 months, he's been studying in a Gurukula. Along with his regular learning, he has also begun to study the Rig Veda. So, out of gratitude to Anna Devi, he would like to chant a couple of mantras today. He won't take much of your time, and we seek your blessings as he continues his journey in Krishna consciousness.
Go
Hare
ahead.
Krishna.
Go ahead. Let's listen.
Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Please accept my humble obeisance. Ajnanatimirandhasya jnananjalashalakaya chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Kadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. My pranams to Yaśodā-nandana Dāsa Prabhuji, Vishwakarma Dasa Prabhuji, and to all my family here. Now I would like to chant my favorite sloka from the Bhagavad-gītā, chapter 9, text 22. Ananyaschintayanto mam ye jana paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam vahamyaham. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Please bless me that I may live my life in full Krishna consciousness, always remembering and serving the Lord. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, by whose mercy we have received the treasure of Krishna consciousness. I would like to chant a small verse from the Rig Veda thanking Anna Devi. Om Annapatennasya no dehanamivasya sushminaha prapradaataram tarisha urjanno dehid vipade chatushpade. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Thank you. And thank you, Mother Shreya, for doing such good work with your son, and for the Prabhupada Disciples Association and Hare Krishna Society efforts to create this opportunity for others to connect online, which is the new way of preaching, and you're so expert at helping. And we thank you both for your efforts. Now, I saw that Rupa Goswami, thank you again. That was amazing, wasn't it, Yaśodā-nanda? That was phenomenal. I told you it would be a treat, everyone. And I know the older people are really appreciating this very much. Rupa Goswami, you had your hand up. Do you have a question you wanted to ask us? Your microphone, Rupa Goswami.
No, Prabhu, I don't have any question.
Okay, well, that's good. Shreya Devi Dāsa, do you want to say something?
Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity, Prabhu. I wanted him to see what classes we are doing, and today I had an opportunity to bring him to the class, and I'm very grateful for this opportunity.
It was wonderful. Thank you. Thank both of you for your efforts and your sincerity. It's in your nature to be Krishna conscious. The people in India and Prabhupada promoted that to all the East Indian people, that they had a special birth, and that birth should be utilized for propagating the transcendental message of Lord Krishna, and you're fulfilling it and you're pleasing Prabhupada by carrying out his instructions. So all glories to you and your family and all your efforts. We're going to go forward with our next section of the program, which is another, Rupa Goswami, it's another lecture from Srila Prabhupada. Is that our next section?
Yes, Prabhu. One more
Okay, let's
lecture.
go ahead. Roll that out. And everybody listen carefully to our Guru speak. And thank you, Trevor, for attending the program again. Haribo.
Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Juta Padakamalam. So this was a discussion between Arjuna and Krishna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. So the subject of discussion was that although the battle was declared, Arjuna, when he actually found that on the other side there are my relatives, how he could slay them. Krishna advised that everyone must execute his prescribed duty without consideration of any personal loss or gain. According to Vedic civilization, there are 4 divisions of the society. Everywhere the same divisions are there all over the world. This is very natural. Just like we can study from our own body. There is head, there is arm, there is belly, and there is leg. Similarly, in the society, there must be a class of men who should be considered as brain. Another class of men should be there who will protect the society from danger. Another class of men will be expert in producing food grains and give protection to the cows and make trade. So, and the rest class of men, namely who cannot work as brain, neither can work as protector from danger, nor they can produce food grains or give protection to the cows, they are called Sudras. As you cannot avoid to make your body complete, the brain department, the arms department, the belly department, and the walking or working department. So Arjuna belonged to the group of men who was meant for giving protection to the society. So when he was declining to fight, Arjuna, when he was declining to fight, at that time Krishna gave him advice that it is your duty to fight. So generally, killing is not good at all. But when there is enemy, aggressor, then to kill the aggressor is not sin. So the other party in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, they became aggressor to the Arjuna's party. Now this is the setup of the Bhagavad-gītā. The real purpose is to instruct Arjuna about spiritual understanding. So spiritual understanding means, first of all, to know what is spirit. If you do not know what is spirit, then where is spiritual understanding? People are too much engrossed with the body. That is called materialism. But when you understand what is spirit and you act accordingly, that is called spiritualism. So Arjuna was hesitating to fight with the other party because he had bodily relationship with them. So between Arjuna and Krishna there was discussion, but that was friendly discussion. Therefore, when Arjuna understood that simply friendly discussion could not solve the problem, he became his disciple. Arjuna surrendered to Krishna. Sishasteham sadhivam prapannam. My dear Krishna, so long we are talking as friends. Now I become your regular disciple. Kindly save me by instruction, what I have to do. Therefore, when this stage was arrived, Krishna is advising Arjuna as follows. Sri Bhagavan Uvaca. Now it is said here, who is saying to Arjuna? The author or the recorder of Bhagavad-gītā. Bhagavad-gītā was spoken by Krishna. It was a discussion between Krishna and Arjuna, and it was recorded by Vyasadeva, and later on it became a book. This time when we speak, it is recorded, and later on it is published as a book. Therefore, in this book, it is said, Bhagavan Uvaca. Vyasadeva is the writer. He does not say the I speak. He says, Bhagavan Uvaca. And the Supreme Personality of Godhead said.
Amazing. Truly amazing information. And like I said, connect the dots from one section to the next section to the next section and see how the philosophy is being presented as it is, without change. And Prabhupada mentioned we are too much engrossed in this body, and this is due to false ego. And when Arjuna gave up this bodily conception of life and heard the instructions of Krishna on how to conduct his affairs, he became liberated by that surrendering process. So this is the business of all of us. It's a medicine, a message, a medicine of truth. You don't become cured overnight, necessarily, when you're sick. And the doctor will tell you, oh, by the way, you have to take this penicillin, all of the pills, for 3 weeks. Oh, why? Because that's how it works. So he's the authority. If you don't follow the instructions of the doctor, will you get better? You might not. Depends on Krishna. But the point is, when you attend these classes, when you participate in hearing the philosophy, it's a medicine of truth to dispel all the difficulties that you have in your life. And you'll feel it, Rochisha Mata, you will feel it. And it'll give you strength to carry on with your 168 hours a week. Because that's the amount of time that we have in 1 week. And if you fill it up with this process of hearing and chanting in association with like-minded devotees, you'll feel happy and you'll have proper direction. You'll feel healthy. And at the time of death, you'll think of Krishna and you'll go back home, back to Godhead by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. So that's, we're going to move forward with our next section of the program, and that is Rupa Goswami, is it the 10 offenses? Go ahead.
Yes, 10 offenses.
Okay, so just repeat these. We're trying to get them in our brain so that we can follow this process without any mistakes. Go ahead, roll that section.
Nectar of Devotion, Chapter 8, Offenses to be Avoided. The offenses against the chanting of the holy name are as follows. First, to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name of the Lord. Second, to consider the names of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. Sometimes the atheistic class of men take it that any demigod is as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vishnu. But one who is a devotee knows that no demigod, however great he may be, is independently as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, if someone thinks that he can chant Kali, Kali or Durga, Durga, and it is the same as Hare Krishna, that is the greatest offense. Third, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. Fourth, to blaspheme the Vedic literature or literature in pursuance of the Vedic version. Fifth, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be imagination. Sixth, to give some interpretation on the holy name of the Lord. Seventh, to commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name of the Lord. Because by chanting the holy name of the Lord, one can be freed from all kinds of sinful reactions. It should not be taken that one may continue to act sinfully and after that chant Hare Krishna to neutralize his sins. Such a dangerous mentality is very offensive and should be avoided. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruitive activities. Karma Kanda. 9th, to instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. Anyone can take part in chanting the holy name of the Lord, but in the beginning one should not be instructed about the transcendental potency of the Lord. Those who are too sinful cannot appreciate the transcendental glories of the Lord, and therefore it is better not to instruct them in this matter. 10th, to not have complete faith in the chanting of the holy names, and to maintain material attachments, even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. Every devotee who claims to be a Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success.
I wanted to comment just quickly before we roll that to instruct people on the glories of the Lord. We are constantly meeting different people and explaining Krishna consciousness to them. But be careful to not commit the offense to preach to people that are unfaithful. And Prabhupada says, better not to explain it to them because it may not help them at all. They may hurt them. So use your intelligence, qualify people, and carry on with the mission. We're going to go look at this beautiful slide, Yaśodā-nandana. Japa with Srila Prabhupada. And we're going to chant as a group. Everybody get your beads out. I hope you have them with you. And you hung in for this long of time. It's a long time. We're almost at 2 hours of programming. But the more, the better, the merrier, the better it is. So let's roll the chanting. And then after that, we'll have the wind up and then a few more programs. If you want to hang in and be a part of this, enjoy yourself on this journey back home, back to Godhead. Hare Krishna. The more, the better, the merrier, the better it is. So let's roll the chanting. And then after that, we'll have the wind up and the programs. If you want to hang in and be a part of this,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivedanta. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare
Let us offer our respectful obedience. Sindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo namo namaham. I offer my respectful obeisances. We all offer our respectful obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord, who can fulfill the desires of everyone, just like these are trees, and we're full of compassion for the fallen souls. Thanks everyone for participating in this lively reading and discussion. Thanks Vishwakarma Prabhu in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, Krishna Katha Prabhu in San Diego, California, Rupa Goswami Prabhu in Mumbai, India, Bhakta Maxim in Belarus. Thank you. Spasibo, spasibo. Bhakta Pierangelo in Switzerland. Bhakta Hanuman in Anshuman in India. Bhakta Vinay in South India. Bhakti Shreya Mataji, soon to be initiated along with Bhakta Vinay in South India. Bhakti Amber in St. Mary's, Alaska. Radharani, Bhakta Roy, everyone who participated in this program, thank you very much for dedicating your hearing process to listen to Srila Prabhupada and the comments from our panel. Back to you in the studio. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, well, we're going to wind up the program, but I wanted to mention that Yaśodā-nandana Prabhu, this Devi 5 Vyaski P, whatever it is, that's actually Forest Temple.
Oh,
now, yeah, he's
nice.
here, him and his wife.
Very good.
I had a talk with them this week. Very interesting. He was originally in Hawaii, so he has all kinds of pastimes from his time in Hawaii. With Charlie, the guy that had the boat, the Jaladuta 2. There's a story about it. So that, just so everybody knows, he's with us, but he has to change his name. We're going to try to figure that out and get the Forest Temple name back up there. But in the meantime, when you see that name, that's him. So thanks everybody that's participating, and carry on with the service, and we'll see you tomorrow morning for the Srimad Bhagavatam class. Okay, let's read the credits and carry on. Haribol. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hey! Play that bass, chant your peace. Don't be shy, chant along, chant along.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Bala Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Bala Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare